Ladies, gents, non-conforming individuals, welcome to the inaugural episode of Crosscore Blitz. We are live from Soundstage 21 in Orlando, Florida, and we got a heck of a card for you tonight. This card is very stacked, and I am very excited to finally be commentating for a really good EFED tonight. But with that said, here's the card. I'm excited. I'm very excited to let you know that we have a really good main event tonight. 7-star title qualifier 3-way, CM Punk, Asuka, Seth Rollins. This should be really fun. Along with that, we have another 3-way qualifier between the Ring General Walter, Kurt Angle, and the self-proclaimed GOAT, John Cena. Along with that, we have the Ultraviolent title Rambo qualifier. One match in store is Johnny Knoxville versus Big Daddy V. Along with that, we have a match that I don't think anyone expected. New Jack versus Shannon Moore. Along with that, we have a pretty unlikely matchup with Ricky Starks taking on Zarya. And to open the show, we have Maki Ito versus Low Ki. Are you excited? Because I sure am. A match like this is very much a rarity, but is a match that I'm excited for. I'm excited for this entire card, but this match might be one of the greatest examples of that. We have Low Ki the Warrior, a controversial figure in the wrestling industry, but one who is one of the most hard-hitting, one of the most wild, one of the most violent, and he fits the ultra-violent title scene to a T. Even if he's not really much with weapons, his pure martial arts background and his grandiose striking abilities will definitely be one thing to make up for it. But I will say, his opponent is one who's no stranger to ultra-violence. She is the cutest in the world, Maki Ito. Maki Ito has a very distinct history, formerly an idol, being outcasted and blacklisted from the idol industry, now having a new life as a professional wrestler, and with her grandiose, vulgar attitude, I think that she'll fit just well here in Crosscore and the ultra-violent title scene. But despite that, Maki Ito definitely has a history with ultraviolence, as she has worked through companies like GCW. She has worked mainly for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, but she's also recently gotten a deal with World Wonder Ring Stardom. But despite that, she is in Crosscore right now, and she's ready to take on the Warrior. And the crowd is ready. Everyone's on their feet. Not a single person here in Soundstage 21 is sitting down, and these two are going for a hockey fight to start the thing off. Low Ki off the ropes. Oh my God! Low Ki could have very well put Maki Ito away this quickly. Top rope! Diving double foot stomp! Low Ki going in for the cover! The 2! And a kick out. Low Ki going back up to the top rope. Maybe one more ought to do it! Maki dodges out of the way. DDT! And Maki Ito going in for those strikes. Some chops, some forearm strikes, some punches. Knee to the gut. And an axe kick to the back of the head. Maki Ito going outside of the ring and is probably plotting something devious. Maki Ito's got a kendo stick in hand and is just wailing on Low Ki with that kendo stick. Maki Ito fighting out of it. Low Ki dodges that clothesline. And that headbutt! That hard head from Maki Ito has given her opponents a lot of trouble. Oh my God, just continuing to wail on Low Ki. with the kendo stick. Low-key springboard, tries to go for a disaster-type kick. Low-key now going in with an arm drag, kick to the arm. And now dragging Maki Ito into the corner. Maki fighting right out of it. Tries to go for a clothesline of her own. Nice roll up. Low key, pure strength picks up Maki. And these two competitors have been at 100 miles a minute ever since the bell rang. And now low key using the kendo stick to his advantage. Low key going in for the cover. There's the 1, the 2, and Maki kicks out. Low-key probably was attempting to get us some kind of weapons, now going back to that same turnbuckle he used those diving foot stomps on. A very brave Low-key going to the top rope and completely misses what he was trying to go for. Now Maki on the offense. Maki continuing to use that kendo stick. The kendo stick has been a very vital part of this match so far. And now low-key, going in with those kicks right to the chest, and the kick to the head. There's the 1, the 2, and Maki kicks out once again. I don't know what Maki was attempting there, but it was blocked by Low-key. Low-key throwing Maki right out of the ring and now showboating. Focusing hard. Moonsault completely misses it. I think Low-key just clipped his head on the barricade. Jesus. And now Maki going... She's got a stop sign. I don't know how the hell that got under the ring, but, oh my god! And now Maki getting yet another weapon. Now she's got a steel chair in hand. Oh! Continuing the assault with the chair. Low-key rolling right out of the way. Hurricane Rana right on the stop sign. Nice clothesline by Maki. Low-key landing right onto the edge of the chair. That's definitely gotta hurt. And now Maki slowly walking. And now she's pulling out a table. Throwing that table aside. Picking it back up, it looks like. And now setting it up properly. The table could very well be a deal maker here. Another DDT on the outside. Remember, under Ultraviolent title rules, these matches are false count anywhere. So our senior referee, John Johnson, is on the outside as well. Maki running to the top. And she flies through that table. Maki just completely wiped that off like it was nothing. Oh, and the headbutt. One of the most dangerous headbutts in all of professional wrestling history. Senior referee John Johnson making the count. The 2, and a kick out. This is what Crosscore is all about, baby. Crosscore is the greatest you could see from professional wrestling. An hour of adrenaline pumped straight into your veins. And the Ultraviolent title scene is definitely evidence of that. And Low-key going in for the capo kick once again. The move that he started the match with and it could very well end with, but Low-key continuing to use the kendo stick. Maki takes it right out of his hands and starts using it on her own. Oh, threw it so hard it shattered. That is some pure strength by Maki there. Rip toward forearm to the face. Low-key once again, top rope. Going for the foot stomp, completely dodges, and Maki with the clothesline. And now Maki. A clothesline! Another big clothesline from literally hell. 1, 2, and kick out by Low-key once again. Neither of these two will be put down just quickly like that. You gotta break them down personally. You gotta destroy them. Point for point, limb from limb. And Maki cinching the arm into the one-legged Boston Crab. A very devastating maneuver. And Maki, he could very well make Low-key tap. This is a power struggle unlike anything else I've ever seen. Maki is so close, yet so far. And Maki just makes Low-key tap. And Maki Ito moves on to the Ultraviolent title Rambo, which is a 4-way elimination match with anything going. No rules whatsoever. Maki makes it as the first competitor in the Ultraviolent title Rambo. But she'll have to face 3 other competitors, because up right next, we will see Johnny Knoxville take on Big Daddy V. Don't go anywhere. It's up next. With Johnny Knoxville, as much as his wrestling history isn't very long, as he's only had one official matchup, Johnny Knoxville, after the release of Jackass Best and Last, has decided to take a bit of a career resurgence within the wrestling industry, and decided, hey, how about Crosscore, and specifically the Ultraviolent title Rambo. This should work out pretty well for Knoxville, but I think he might be biting off a lot more than he can chew, because he's going to be facing one of the most devastating, one of the biggest, one of the most strongest competitors that have ever competed here in Crosscore. And that is one Big Daddy V. He is 400 plus pounds. He is a brick house, and I'm actually concerned for Johnny Knoxville's safety. I know that he's taken much worse. He's been shot out of cannons. He's been hit by bulls. He has been, just tossed and turned all over. He got knocked out by Butterbean. But I think Big Daddy V might be like one of his most dangerous opponents here. His first match being against of a talent of this caliber is it's definitely bold, I'd say that. But remember, Big Daddy V is also no stranger to hardcore, as he was in the revival of ECW. Despite not really competing in a lot of hardcore matches, he definitely has a trick up his sleeve, because he also used to be known as Viscera. And Viscera was also no stranger to the hardcore matches. And it looks like Knoxville and Big Daddy V are staring each other down. I think Knoxville's trying to get a really good look on how big Big Daddy V is. And now Knoxville going in for the kicks, a set of strikes, a set of chops. He's going in for a lot of pure striking ability. Off the ropes, Knoxville goes. Try to hit a drop kick. Completely just hand-waved off by Big Daddy V, and Big Daddy V with a power bomb. He could go for a power bomb here. No, just launches him down. And he could very well put away Knoxville early, but Knoxville just powers out of it like just a pure badass. Johnny Knoxville missing the strike exchange. Big Daddy V dragging him into the corner. And now Big Daddy V running across the corner, using his pure weight to just demolish Knoxville here. And with that weight comes strength, and I'm sure that Big Daddy V could just throw Knoxville into the nosebleeds if he would like. Knoxville tried to go for a strike, he just completely whiffed it. I think he was just trying to show off a little bit. And now Big Daddy V has hold of Knoxville's nervous system, and it's just making him fall down, shutting down his nerves temporarily. Samoan drop! Jane Johnston, the sister of John Johnston, is our referee tonight. And it was only a 1 count there. And now Big Daddy V, maybe he was trying to go for another weapon, but decided last minute he didn't want to. Maybe he doesn't need weapons. Maybe he just wants to put away Knoxville without even using any weapons. And here he goes with a splash! And Knoxville rolls right out of the way. Knoxville with the drop kick. And now going to the outside. What does Knoxville have in store here? Is that a basketball? Well, Knoxville has a basketball in hand. Big Daddy V, watch out! Oh! Hits him with that basketball, but Big Daddy V says, fuck that, and just lays him down. And now Big Daddy V has a bag. I'm not sure what's in the bag, but... oh my god, it's thumbtacks. Holy shit. He's got thumbtacks. He poured some of them just landed straight on Knoxville's head. And no, don't do this. Don't do this! Oh! Knoxville face first into thumbtacks. Might not be the worst thing he's felt, but definitely up there. And now Big Daddy V making some thumbtacks drop on the outside of the ring. Picking up Knoxville, dropping him like a sack of potatoes. Big Daddy V rolling in. Big boot to the face. Knoxville fighting out of it. He was trying to maybe slam Big Daddy V down on the thumbtacks. Those thumbtacks are very deadly. Snake eyes. Oh, and just Knoxville lands right into them once again. The brutality these two are committing on each other is insane here. And Big Daddy V takes in a door. Not sure what the door is going to be used for. Probably just to be slammed through and slammed on. But a door is a very good way of bringing the pain. Oh my god, the athleticism. Being able to roll like that takes a lot of guts, especially with a man of his size. And now Big Daddy V getting another bag of thumbtacks and just, once again, pouring them down to the floor. I would consider that a waste, but it's not a waste if you try to use it against your opponent. Tornado DDT! And I think Big Daddy V just landed face first once again in the thumbtacks from that Tornado DDT. Knoxville springboard attack! And a bulldog! Once again, face first into the thumbtacks. That has to hurt. That's going to take a long time to get out of your body. Knoxville now laying the door here in the corner. Big Daddy V with another Samoan drop just right out of nowhere. And now the ref counting 1, 2, and a kick out. Big Daddy V once again grabbing another weapon. He's got a... is that a fucking light tube? He's got a light tube in hand. Oh my god! That's just pure glass. And he takes him down with a lariat. And now, oh my god, this is just too much. He's just dragging his body across the thumbtacks. Now going for the splash. Completely misses. Big Daddy V once again, stomach full of thumbtacks. Across the ropes, out of the ring. Knoxville, top rope. Moonsault, the athleticism of Knoxville. And Knoxville, he was trying to powerbomb Big Daddy V, but when he just clipped his ankles on the apron there. Attempting to powerbomb someone as big as him, not really an easy feat, I'd say, but who knows? I've been surprised more often than not. And now Knoxville, ring into the corner, drop kicking him through the door. And now Knoxville's getting ready. He's getting fired up. Big Daddy V fighting out of it, trying to go for the clothesline. Johnny Knoxville with a kick. Sliced bread. Or a Salida del Sol, as it might be called. 2. And Big Daddy V kicks out. Big Daddy V rolling him up. There's the 1, the 2. Knoxville countering with a zone roll up. 1, 2, 3. Johnny Knoxville just stole the victory. And man, you could see the thumbtacks in his body still, but Johnny Knoxville will face Maki Ito and 2 other competitors in the Ultraviolent title Ranbo. Johnny Knoxville celebrating. Honestly, I'd focus more on trying to get those thumbtacks out of your body. And coming up next, we have New Jack versus Shannon Moore right after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
You're a hedgehog, and you have supersonic powers.
Ball up right now and roll! Action! Come on, honey. And you're brave. And you're scared. Hey, focus!
I want you to think about the marketing opportunities here.
Okay, in front of the paper.
What part of supersonic speed do you not understand?
The right hedgehog is hard to find. New Sonic Adventure 2 Battle with extra 2-player action. Only on Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for everyone.
All right, I'm sorry I yelled at you.
Welcome back to Crosscore Blitz, and we have quite a match here. A match I don't think I've ever thought about seeing, but now I really want it, and we're gonna get it now. Shannon Moore, the Reject, a wrestling veteran who has been wrestling since the 90s, and one who is also no stranger to the land of extreme, as he also was part of the revival of ECW. Some might say this is like a new breed versus ECW OG match between Shannon Moore and probably one of the most dangerous men in wrestling, New Jack. Honestly, if I was Shannon Moore, I'd just pray to whatever God he believed in and just hope for the best, but it seems like Shannon is very confident, it looks like, that he might be able to beat him. There's a lot about New Jack that scares me. I could just go on about like all of New Jack's controversies, his attempted murders, his just like, what is there to say? Like, he has done unspeakable things to people in the ring. This dude is like an urban legend of sorts. Like, he threw someone off a scaffold attempting to kill him. He brought a knife into the ring. He basically just destroyed a 70-year-old man in a hardcore match. He also killed another kid by hitting him with the wrong side of the chair. New Jack is dangerous. And anybody who's ever in the ring, this isn't a match, this is a homicide. And out of safety reasons, we're just gonna have New Jack's theme continue to play here. But these two are going in with a hockey fight to start us off. And New Jack going in for a pile driver right out of the gate. Now he's grabbing those light tubes, smashing them on Shannon Moore's leg. Those cuts are going to be deep. Those lacerations are going to take many stitches to get fixed. And now he's got a kendo stick. Kendo stick to the face. Shannon Moore fighting out of it, though, countering with a power slam. Off the ropes, Shannon Moore goes, drop kick. And now he's got that hockey stick. But New Jack rolls out of the way. Those two going back and forth, headbutt to the back of the head. That's gotta hurt. And now New Jack has possession of the hockey stick. Tried to hit Shannon Moore with the hockey stick. Shannon Moore fights back. New Jack rolling out of the way. An attempted discus clothesline just completely goes the discus clothesline landed that time, kind of sending New Jack into a state of confusion. And here's the cover, but New Jack just powers out of it, not even at the count of one. Another discus clothesline. 1, 2, and New Jack gets out of it. And now Shannon going in. What's he got planned? He's getting another weapon from the outside of here. That's a bag of thumbtacks. We just dealt with tons of thumbtacks in the Johnny Knoxville versus Big Daddy V match. Oh my God, just before he can even get the chance to pour them. And now New Jack pouring the tacks of his own. Well, not of his own, but you get my drift. And now he's gonna pile drive him on top of the thumbtacks and the broken glass from the light tubes. Telling him to kiss his ass. One more time. Another pile driver on thumbtacks and glass. Oh my God. He just puts him out of his misery. New Jack moves on to the Ultraviolent title Rambo. But like, I'm fearful that he might end up killing Maki Ito, Johnny Knoxville, or both. The match wasn't even a match. It was just a mugging, an assault even. But New Jack, at least he gets the victory. And honestly, I'm glad he got the victory because I'm scared for my life right now. But we got one more Ultraviolent title Rambo qualifying match up next. Ricky Starks versus Zarya. Don't go anywhere. That match is next.
This is the revolution.
Ricky Starks is like very out of place here, I feel. But you think that, but he's not really that out of place if you think about it a little harder, because this man has participated in hardcore matches before. He has faced in like many FTW rules matches. He's faced off in relaxed rules matches in NXT. He is very much familiar with the hardcore rules. And he's going to be facing one of the most powerful, just dangerous women in wrestling right now, Zarya. A very cocky Ricky Starks, just showboating, minding his own business. Just completely no selling what could very well be one of his toughest matches yet. Honestly, if I'm Ricky Starks, I'd probably be like coming up with every single plan in the book because Zarya is not one to fuck with. A very powerful powerhouse. Yeah, that's redundant, but it shows. I think a lot of what makes Zarya just someone who has that aura about her, that she's dangerous, is that she has no problem doing that to like who would be considered one of her like former partners, Sol Ruka. So I'm worried about Ricky Starks here. Not as much as I was worried for Shannon Moore when he was in the ring with New Jack, but I'd still get pretty worried. Because Zarya, her power is constantly undermined and understated, but you think that someone like her wouldn't even be like a problem to Starks. And the two approaching each other, and Zarya begging Ricky to hit her. And now these two going back and forth. Zarya just booting Starks, sending him flying across the ring. And now Zarya wasting no time, grabbing a weapon, a baseball bat. Hits Starks right in the face. Starks fighting out of it. Completely fighting out of it there. Off the ropes. Nice stomp. Zarya takes Starks down with a clothesline. Zarya, bat to the stomach, bat to the back. Completely using the bat to her advantage. Now just throwing it at him and booting him right across the face. Zarya grabbing another weapon, a kendo stick. Completely misses the kendo stick. Another boot to the face. And now Ricky could be going for Rochambeau. Right there. Pinpoint. Zarya powers out of it. Ricky carrying Zarya. Power slam. And now Ricky using the bat. Oh my god, another boot just sending the bat out of his hand. Zarya throwing the bat at Ricky. Now Zarya going in for another weapon. Now she has a chair in her hand. Swings the chair. Spear! Spearing the chair right out of her hand and right onto her back as she landed back first on the chair there. Ricky going for Rochambeau once again. Oh, German suplex. Zarya's fired up. Just completely Not even paying any mind. Oh! Reverse DDT on the legs of the chair. That's gotta hurt. That will give you a concussion for sure. Ricky with the shoulder tackle. Now going in for the cover. And Zarya powers right out of it once again. Ricky using the chair. Zarya moving out of the way. Knocks the chair right out of his hand. Ricky! What a maneuver. Now Ricky's got the kendo stick. And using the kendo stick now. Here's the cover. There's a 1, a 2, and Zarya powers out of it. And yes, I'm not saying kick out, I mean power out. That's the pure strength of Zarya at play here. Now Zarya picking Ricky up, putting him on the top rope. The kendo stick there. Throws it right at him. Throwing the chair right at him. Zarya going up to the second rope. There's a moonsault. Completely misses. Nobody on for that one. Nice back suplex by Zarya. Zarya going in for another weapon. Now she's got a trash can in hand. Zarya attempting to throw that trash can into the ring, just completely misses. Oh my god, it landed right on Ricky. Ricky just completely shoulder tackling the trash can and flattening it. Now using the bat once again. Zarya with another boot, sending him flying. Once again, another boot. Very good use of offense there by Zarya. Now Zarya choking him with her foot in the corner. Zarya going back to the outside of the ring. Grabbing another weapon. She's got another trash can. Probably trying to make do after what she was planning ended up going wrong there. Throwing it right at Ricky. Ricky just gets it right up. And Ricky dragging Zarya into one of our corners. Putting her in a compromising position that she can't defend herself out of, but she kicks right out of it. German suplex, and Ricky's head just hit the chair. And now Zarya could be going for the F5. F5 on that chair. One, two, three. Zarya moves on in the Ultraviolent title Rambo. She now has to face Maki Ito, Johnny Knoxville, and New Jack. And like, I don't think she cares all that much about being worried about like danger levels or anything. But we will see that match, that four-way elimination match, next week on Crosscore Blitz. But coming up next, we have one of the three weight qualifiers for the 7-Star Championship. Walter, Kurt Angle, John Cena. This is next after our commercial break. Don't go anywhere!
Let's start the party! Time to rock! I'm absolutely crazy about it!
Devil May Cry 3.
Capcom.
And we are back to this episode of Crosscore Blitz. Time for our semi-main event, a triple threat qualifying match for the 7-Star Championship. And the first participant in this match is none other than a wrestling legend, one of pro wrestling's only Olympic gold medalists, that being Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is a legend among legends. I could be here forever naming his accolades. Not only did he win a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, but he also has won many championships across many different companies and is just one of the most intense workers the wrestling business has ever seen. And he has to face Walter and John Cena. One man he's faced many times, the other he's never faced at all. One would consider that a dream match. Kurt Angle versus Walter. But remember, it is under triple threat rules, which means that there is no countouts. There is also no disqualifications. And here we see Walter, and my God. What else can you really say about Walter? Aside from the fact that he is a dangerous competitor. One of the most dangerous men in the wrestling business. Someone who could chop you until you lose breath. And Walter has to face both Kurt Angle and John Cena at the exact same time. Honestly, if you ask me, I think that he probably has a good chance of winning tonight. But despite all that, Walter definitely doesn't have any crazy tricks up his sleeve. He takes it back to basics. He turns back the clock. He'll put you away with a choke or a powerbomb. It doesn't matter. Kurt Angle watching from the outside of the ring, probably like planning his strategy out for both Walter and our upcoming third participant, John Cena. The thing is with John Cena is that he considers himself the greatest of all time. Many would say he is the self-proclaimed greatest of all time. And John Cena rocking a brand new look. No hats, no armbands, no jorts. He is in a sweatsuit, a sweatshirt, and a beanie. A sweatshirt, a beanie. He's got the jorts on. That's on me, though. That was my mistake. But John Cena, like, once again, what is there to say that hasn't been said already about John Cena. 17-time world champion. And he's looking to make it his 18th here if he's able to beat Kurt Angle and Walter, and along with whoever wins the main event tonight for the 7-star championship. These three men, they have intertwined and faced each other, aside from Walter and Kurt Angle facing each other. But without further ado, let's begin this 7-star qualifying match. So, for those unaware, what is the 7-star championship? Well, the 7-star championship isn't just a standard world championship. It is the championship for the people who can put in the work, put in the effort, put in the strength, who can work their asses off every single day of the week. And the thing is, traditionally, under 7-star championship rules, there is a 20 count on the outside of the ring instead of a traditional 10 count. However, due to the fact that this is a triple threat, there are no countouts. John Cena starting off, he is wrenching on both opponents, beating both of them up, taking his turn. Walter here, moving to the back of Cena. And now Walter going for one of his signature power bombs, switching it to a fireman's carry. Kurt Angle running in with an axe handle. A really good lariat by Walter. And Walter seems to be rocking like a Kenta Kobashi inspired attire here. Only the count of 1 though from Cena. Walter going in for a suplex, and Kurt just keeps wailing on Walter, but Walter just didn't move at all. Drop kick by Cena. And now Kurt Angle, snapmare takedown. Traditional wrestling style. Also, we see Kurt Angle's rocking boxing shorts instead of the traditional singlet. Going for a different kind of vibe here in Crosscore. Shoulder tackling John Cena, mocking him. Kurt Angle could very well win this match. And Walter just takes Kurt Angle's head off of the lariat. Cena going in for the cover, and Walter continues to stomp on him. Cena was trying to use the ropes for leverage, which in this match, it's legal. Not in traditional 7-star rules, however, but it is a triple threat, so the rules are loosened. Cena and Walter working together temporarily, and now just completely bashing each other now. Didn't work together for long. Before the ref could even make a 1 count, Kurt Angle broke up the pin. Kurt Angle with a belly-to-belly. And now continuing the onslaught, using very good attacks. A beautiful suplex by Angle. And now Kurt Angle running in with a forearm strike. All Kurt Angle has to do is land the Olympic Slam or the ankle lock, and he could very well punch his ticket for the 7-star championship. John Cena just threw both men out of the ring. Walter getting back in the ring here. And a chop blocked. Those devastating chops by Walter getting blocked by Cena, who definitely can see through him. No pun intended. And now Cena. John Cena. Power bomb in the middle of the ring on Kurt Angle. And now John Cena looks like he's setting up for the 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena off the ropes. 5 knuckle shuffle. Goes in for the cover. Walter breaks it up. Walter putting Cena on the top. And now using his pure strength, using that boot to just agonize Cena here. Walter going in for a chop on Angle. And Angle kicks out. Walter using his full strength. Trying to go for something off the ropes. Cena was looking for attitude adjustment. Now chopping Cena in the corner. Walter is on the offensive. Scoop and a slam. And now Walter out of the ring. And now back in. He's aiming for Angle now. Kurt Angle counters. Olympic slam. And now Kurt Angle top rope. Going for the moonsault. He lands it. Cena breaks up the pin. And Angle tackling Cena's knees, trying to weaken them. And Kurt Angle going in for the ankle lock. Ankle lock cinched in. But Cena is able to get out of it. Amazing lariat by Walter. Both Walter and Angle were aiming for running attacks. Both of them didn't land it. Back suplex by Angle. Completely stops that lariat right in its tracks. Now John Cena going up to the second rope. He could be looking for something important here. Trying to go for something, probably a DDT, but completely misses. Cena with a Hurricane Rana. And now Walter going in for a power bomb. Cover. There's the 2, and Angle breaks it up. Off the ropes, out of the ring goes Walter. Now Kurt Angle, German suplex attempted, but preempted by Cena. Sunset flip. Code Red-esque move. And now Cena stalking Angle there. Oh my God! Walter coming in out of nowhere with a running shotgun drop kick. And now he's waiting. He was waiting for Angle to come up, but he decided he's taking too long. I'm going to bring him up. And now Walter Irish whipped into the barricade. Oh my God! That's got to hurt. Angle throwing Cena into the ring. And Cena gets right out of the ring here. Another Hurricane Rana on the outside. Walter with the chops, the punches, great striking combination. Intercepted by Cena. Cena gut wrench. And Kurt Angle goes right into the post. Cena just gets landed right in the barricade. And now Walter dragging Angle into the ring, it looks like, throwing him back in. There's not false count anywhere. This is not an Ultraviolent title rules match. And now Kurt Angle picking up Walter. Kurt Angle going in for an ankle lock on Walter. Cena rolling in, drop kicking Angle there. Breaking it up. Spinning neck breaker. And now John Cena. Angle's in the center of the ring. Walter is down. Cena was trying to go for the 5-knuckle shuffle there, but Walter was in the way. And now John Cena. Scoop slam. Going in for that scoop slam. Angle powers out of it. Angle with a nice drop kick. Trying to hit Cena with that forearm, but misses, and now Cena going for the 5-knuckle shuffle once again. He lands it perfectly, and now John Cena could be setting up for the attitude adjustment. Completely intercepted by Angle here, and now Angle landing some hard, devastating punches to Cena's face. Wait, Angle was too slow on the draw. Walter with the powerbomb. There's the 1, the 2, and the 3. And Walter moves on to compete for the 7-star championship. What an amazing match. You can tell, you can see the wounds, the bruises on Walter's body and on his face. But Walter moves on and will face one of these 3 competitors that will take place in our main event for tonight. Walter will either face CM Punk, Seth Rollins, or Asuka next week for the 7-star championship, and that match is next. Don't go anywhere. Here we see the Empress of the Future, Asuka. One of the best world-traveled athletes, man or woman. Asuka here could very well be the winner of this match. Because I can see that even though she's going to be in the ring with Seth Rollins and CM Punk, she can definitely hold her own. Asuka is a former-time multi-world champion, a Grand Slam champion, a Joshi legend in her own right. And here she is in Crosscore. I would say Asuka could be worried, but it seems like Asuka is very confident. But what do you expect from the Empress of the Future? Rocking a whole, like, pink getup. And now, coming out next, we have Seth fucking Rollins. Seth Rollins, yet another athlete, another like legend on his own, a modern legend, and here he is in Crosscore, this multi-time champion in places like Ring of Honor and WWE, and here he is now in Crosscore, rocking a throwback look. I haven't seen Seth Rollins look like this in 14 years, but he's turning back the clock for tonight. For those watching here tonight on Crosscore, this is not Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins is dead. This is Seth fucking Rollins. He means business now. You could call him the architect. You could call him the Messiah. You could call him whatever you want. The truth being told is that Seth Rollins could very well be the first ever 7-star champion. Just like the match between Walter, Kurt Angle, and John Cena, there are no countouts, there are no disqualifications, which is a difference from traditional 7-star rules. But it could definitely work to any of these competitors' advantage. And we have finally, last but certainly not least, CM Punk. Chicago's golden boy, the Second City Saint, the best in the world. He has many aliases, but doesn't matter what alias you call him, CM Punk is a legend. And it seems like we're going for more throwbacks here, as CM Punk rocking a look that goes back to his days in the likes of IWA Mid-South and Ring of Honor, with the red hair and the goatee and the shorts. Everyone seems to be turning back the clock tonight here on Crosscore. And this is our main event for tonight. Asuka, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Here we go. Rollins starting off, hitting Punk with some chops. Asuka breaking up that grapple maneuver with a hard strike. And it looked like Punk landed pretty wrong on his head there. Asuka rolling Seth in. Now locking his arm in for an arm bar. And Punk breaks it up. CM Punk with a Russian leg sweep. Now Punk kicking the back of Seth. Snapmare there. Kick to the back. Springboard tope con hilo. Completely intercepted by Asuka. Now Asuka landing a strike combination here. Once again, now giving Punk the armbar treatment. Locking it in. Seth breaks it up. Also going in with some kicks. And now, snapmare, spin kick. Punk rolling in, neck breaker. You know, Punk mocking Asuka, waiting for her to get up. Pushing her into the corner. Asuka fights back. Lands a hard strike, lands another hard strike. And an elbow to the face of Seth. Asuka mocking Punk, mocking Seth. It's pretty clear that Asuka just doesn't give a fuck about either opponent. Now locking in an ankle lock. We saw this earlier with Kurt Angle here. Maybe it's a call out of sorts? Could very well be. Seth kicking his way out of that ankle lock. Punk focusing in on Seth. Neck breaker. Seth with a drop kick. Asuka rolling out of the ring probably for the safest reason. And a Pepsi twist by Punk. Punk going to the top rope. Diving knee completely misses. Nobody home. Seth with a gut buster to Asuka. And now Punk. Kick to the back. And an elbow drop followed up with that. Punk bringing Seth into the corner. Seth fighting back there. Asuka breaking up whatever thing they had planned. Strike combination, stomping on the hands, stomping on the fingers. And now Punk landing his own offense here on Asuka. Locking the arm in, slamming it down. Now going in for the cover. Asuka powers out, not even at a 1 count. Nice DDT by Punk. Punk fighting out of whatever Seth had planned there. Side slam, going into the Anaconda Vice. Locking in the Anaconda Vice. Seth fighting right out of it. Because Seth ain't done. And now Seth going in for a neck breaker. Lands it. Asuka picking up Seth. Kick to the stomach. Hip attack. Completely misses. Seth Rollins with a super kick. And that could very well be it. 1. And a kick out at 1. Now Seth dragging Asuka into the corner. And now Asuka fighting back. Asuka with a spin kick right to Seth Rollins' face. Now going to the top rope. Diving crossbody on Punk. And now Asuka seems to have a problem here with Jane Johnston. The two are arguing. Looks like that argument got settled pretty quickly. And a Seth. Reverse DDT. Seth trying to do something here with Asuka. Asuka with a back elbow. And now Punk. Punk here. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Now Punk going up to the second rope. Diving knee. Once again, completely misses the diving knee. Off the ropes goes Punk by Seth. Seth Rollins, lion salt, completely misses. He was just a little too far away. And now Asuka trying to pick up Seth. Seth with a jumping knee to the face. And now Seth Rollins. Sliced bread. Jane Johnston covering. 1, 2, and a kick out. Seth hitting Punk with the knee. Seth now grabbing Asuka. Irish whip turning into Asuka's favor. Now Asuka laying a couple kicks in the corner. Drop kick to the back. Asuka now going out of the ring, aiming for Punk. Landing the axe handle. Now throwing Punk right into our barricade. Drop kick in the corner. Asuka once again attempting to pick up Seth for some reason. Not sure what move she was trying to go for there. Face off the turnbuckle. And now Seth Rollins picking her up. Ripcord knee to the face. Now off the ropes. Turning around. Asuka now. Roundhouse kick. Seth trying to go for a drop kick. And Asuka lands the elbow. Lands an elbow to Punk. Asuka now has the advantage. Thrown right out of the ring. Once again landing that elbow. Asuka's waiting for Seth to get up. They could be going for something important. Something big. Lands a kick to the face. And there's the hip attack. Now Asuka. Seth breaks out of whatever she had planned. Seth picking up Asuka. Power slam. Punk probably trying to steal the victory. 1, 2, and a kick out. Punk now mocking Seth. Oh, what a kick! What an enziguri type kick. 1, 2, and Asuka breaks it up. Aiming for Punk. Dodges Seth's clothesline. Once again, Seth and Punk are down. Asuka's up. Now Asuka trying to go for a kick. Seth with a, I'm not sure what to call that move. And now Seth Rollins once again going for the Shiranui or the sliced bread, whatever you want to call it. And a really good kick out there by Punk. Asuka dodges that kick. Punk is on the outside. Helpless, nowhere to go. Seth picking up Asuka for a power bomb. Center of the ring. Power bomb. Got the pin in. Asuka gets out of it. Punk with a pile driver. Could be setting up for the finish here. Punk could be going for GTS. And Punk probably just playing mind games now. Off the ropes. Springboard. Clothesline completely misses. Seth with a spinning discus elbow. Scooping a slam by Punk. Asuka fights out of whatever Punk had planned. And another massive strike to the face. Now Asuka, another ankle lock cinched in. Punk has nowhere to go. There are no rope breaks in this match. Asuka wrenching the leg, wrenching it hard. Again, Punk has nowhere to go. He has to fight out of it. And he does. He fights out of it. But that injured leg could definitely be a big problem. Asuka with a kick combination. And now is attacking Seth Rollins. Super kick to the face. Seth Rollins to the outside of the ring. Now Asuka trying to go for that hip attack once again. Pile driver. Asuka just got completely nailed with a pile driver. And Punk just adding insult to injury. Now trying to throw Asuka out of the ring. But Asuka fights back. picks him up, slam right down. Off the ropes, Seth getting back in the ring. Seth out of the ring. Knocked right out of the ring by Asuka. Asuka could be finishing the job here. Asuka now has the Kanagon locked in. That armbar, that dangerous armbar. And Punk taps. Asuka will face Walter next week for the 7-star championship. Ladies, gents, non-conforming friends, thank you for watching Crosscore Blitz. See you next week. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang.